So for this Llama Impact Hackathon, I've been working on this platform called Llamaноdes. So what is Llamaноdes? Llamaноdes is basically a AI workflow building solution for developers who want to, you know, implement the AI solution without caring about infrastructure or any barriers. Just for them. This is a low code, no code platform where you can build AI workflows within minutes. So you don't have to care about any infrastructure or any kind of inference models or anything. It's completely on Llama Nodes. So who is Llama Nodes for? Llamanodes is for developers, AI enthusiasts, and startup founders, who really want to uh, convert the idea into reality within a short period of time, or probably, accelerate their application with AI workflows just for them, where it won't take much of the time, neither resources, and it will build the most efficient and the most effective uh, AI workflow they would have ever built. So, when using Llama nodes, you don't care about deploying any Llama models on cloud. It's on us, and there's nothing to maintain or manage any kind of infrastructure, not only related to LLMs, but also integrating any kind of data source. You don't have to care about that. Seamlessly integrate any kind of data source or AI services, whether that's Pinecone or a web scraper or any kind of, whether it's a S3 bucket or anything, you can directly integrate it as a node, easy to scale, uh, depending on the increasing amount of requests. Uh, Llama nodes automatically scales up. You don't have to care about that. And the great, greatest thing about Llama Node is that it's accessible with just one API endpoint. You don't have to download any kind of SDK or configuration. You just have to put in the API endpoint in the front end and start using it. So, what does Node refers to? So Node is a single service in our entire workflow. So probably like an LLM service or something that's called Node. So what kind of nodes does Llama nodes have or will have? So currently we have LLM node as well as Lambda node working, but we are working on integrating, creating vector nodes, embedding nodes, vector nodes for storing and retrieving data from a favorite embed vector store, whether that's Pinecone, Quadrant, VWide, any sort of vector store. And then comes embedding node to convert the data into embeddings and store it, as well as use it for semantic search. There's a database, any sort of database, whether that's a relational database or document database, MongoDB, any sort of thing. And then comes this web scraping node, which is a tool should help you scrap data from different web sources. So those are the nodes for now we have, and we'll have more in the future. So how really does Nama node works? So you put in, so say you create a AI workflow, and you given some schema. input schema, which you use it as inputs for different nodes. Uh, you could, call this workflow from anywhere out there. So here, each node is attached to each other. Uh, each node's output can be input for another node. It's not mandatory to have that thing. Even these two nodes can share the data, or the output of this pinecone vector store can be the input for the LLM, and vice versa. So there is no fixed structure or something. It's dynamic. So you can add any sort of node wherever you want, whether starting or ending. So this output, which gives a HTTPS response once the entire workflow is being executed. So what is the AI workflow? So basically, AI workflow is a series of interconnected services which either work asynchronously, or depending on whose input is available first, they execute the task first and be ready with the output, and that output later will be passed on to any other node. So this is, we really don't have a, UI. So this is how it would probably look when once we build our front end. So these are the nodes out there. Here you can see that either you can upload a JSON file or a CSV. Here the nodes are interconnected. Here you can add as well as run individual step to check out whether things are working right, or you need to do some changes or some sort of thing. So this is an example of making an API request where this is the URL, and you need to pass an API key as well as workflow ID. Then input. So this thing is the most important thing, where you have to put in whatever variables you mentioned you'll be using in the nodes. You need to mention it here as well as pass the data. If those inputs are outputs of other nodes, then you don't have to create. But if it's manually, manual input, human has to put in the input, then you have to mention it here with the exact same input name. So whatever the LLM services we are providing, that's totally on to get the AI. So we don't have our separate models deployed. We use to get this AI service inference service. So about the business, we once we get funding and all stuff, we are planning to uh, make these services available publicly, and make people utilize this at a very large scale. So these are the prices. These are just for demonstration. The actual prices would vary depending on the services you would be providing. So what Llama Nodes needs? So Llama Nodes currently needs funding to make itself accessible publicly, as well as some team members who would literally take Llama nodes to next level, as well as help Llama node grow and keep it continuously expanding and achieving its goals. So who who built. So this is me, Sheikh Mohammed Huzaifa. I'm from India. So I'm working on Llama Nodes. So thank you for your time.